Well, it goes in this circle, so they say. All those wise men, when they spoke, they...
Poet, musician, MC, host, curator now, wild child, MARC MONTFLEURY, hanging out.
On the balcony, son.
Balcony.
Balcony.
That's New York City for virus.
This is the terrace right here. We're gonna be grilling lamb chops in a little while.
Mark, you do a lot of things, as I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Poeting, writing music, hosting, curating. How do you describe yourself?
Schizophrenic.
That's accurate.
Yeah, it's very accurate. That's pretty much it. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm gonna say 3 words.
In 3 words?
Mm-hmm.
How do I describe myself in 3 words? Honest, blunt, and genuine.
Hell yeah. You're like, all words that mean vaguely the same thing. No, I'm
Pretty
kidding.
much. I'm a thesaurus.
That's why we love Mark, because everything that he does is real, 100% real. So, I want to sit and talk about some things. Being all of those things and being schizophrenic, it's hard as an artist and as a person when people can't put you in a category. And I feel like you've kind of run into some stuff with that. You want to talk about that? How do you kind of navigate people not being able to categorize you or pigeonhole you somewhere?
That's a great question, because this is kind of a thing that I've been going through for like the past 3 or 4 months, realizing that I do so many things, and whether you want to call it being good at them or not, I can do them effectively. That I really just need to find one focus and do whatever that is. That being said, the moment I found that focus, I found a whole nother situation that needs me to be a schizophrenic guy that's doing everything. So the weird part is, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I think it's hard for fans or just people that appreciate art or music in general to kind of fit you somewhere. Even on your playlist. Like, what is this? Is this guy hip hop? Is he this? Is he that? But I also think that it's a good thing too, because we live in a time where everybody has ADD. You know what I mean? Or OCD. You know what I mean? Me, included. And I can't sit and listen to the same thing all the time. Like, if I, not to like bring up names of artists or whatever, but like, I don't know, if I'm listening to like Outkast, who I love, I can listen to them for like an album or 2, but after a while I want to hear something different. And sometimes I find myself wishing like maybe they should play something different. You know what I mean? So I think that it's a fine line, and I haven't figured out how to deal with it yet.
Yeah, because you have these sides where you're like a rock and roll punk rock kid, and then you're also a hip hop kid. But both of those things make you who you are.
Absolutely, and I think those 2 art forms and cultures kind of meet somewhere in the middle, because they're both very original. For me, like punk rock and hip hop, as much as like hip hop samples and punk rock samples, in a different way, it doesn't necessarily just like jack everything from the blues. You know what I mean? Like every other kind of music does, really. So it's kind of like it's original to the point where you're digging to make a new sound.
Totally.
And I think the people are kind of the same way. It's kind of like, if you listen to a lot of punk lyrics and a lot of good hip hop, it's all about like bettering yourself the next time, and I think that's why for me they work together, because I don't really see a separation. Like punk rock to me is hip hop. It's a fuck you, what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Not top him, we can rock Gotham with our eyes closed. I'm not gonna dumb it down for you, asshole. It's the future, learn a large word. What's the problem? Stupidity's absurd, and I really don't care what you will or what you won't, Herb. Cause I'm a poet,